Hi all Ranger kids, welcome to the Flag Achievement Award. Let's begin with the physical requirement. For 1 month, or 4 weeks, take part in the flag ceremonies at Royal Rangers. So when you guys meet every week for Royal Rangers, you always open with a flag ceremony and opening prayer. So we pledge allegiance to the American flag, the Christian flag, and the Royal Ranger flag. So all you have to do for 4 weeks is to take part in leading the rest of the boys with one of those flags. Let's move on to the spiritual requirement. Learn the pledge to the United States flag. So repeat after me. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. So let's put it all together. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Let's move on to the mental requirement. On a large piece of paper, plan and draw a large picture of the United States flag. So here's a picture of the United States flag. You see that it has the blue field called the canton on the upper left corner. There are 50 stars representing the 50 current United States in the Union. The top row has 6 stars and the second row has 5, and then it alternates 6, 5, 6, 5 for a total of 9 rows. You will also see that it has 13 stripes representing the 13 original colonies. The top stripe is red, followed by white, and the red again. There are 7 short stripes and 6 long stripes, kind of a bit like 7-6 or 1776. So take your time and have fun with the project. Remember that every June 14th is Flag Day, and every July 4th is Independence Day. Let's move on to the social requirement. Ask the commander to tell you a story of a war veteran who served his country. Tell that story to other boys or to your family. A veteran is someone who served our country in the United States military. Every November 11th is known as Veterans Day or Armistice Day, and every last Monday in May is Memorial Day, as we remember all the servicemen who died fighting for our country. But just in case your commander doesn't have a story, I have a story. Here is my grandfather. He served 3 tours in Vietnam in the United States Navy. He was a gunner's mate, which means that he worked on gun mounts similar to this one right here. He went inside these along with a couple of other people serving in the Navy. One day in the early 1970s, he was just off the shores of Vietnam. By this point, the gun mounts have been loading and firing for about an hour or more, and that caused this part of the barrel to get really hot. That means once it's loaded, they have about 10 to 12 seconds for it to fire. Everything was working normally up to that point. Then the ammunition was loaded again. However, there was a problem. It wouldn't fire. It reached 10 seconds, then 20, then 30, then 40. It was about a full minute and it still wouldn't fire. That was extremely dangerous. Recall that this part of the barrel was so hot that it nearly melted the paint off of it. It's been firing for about an hour, and they had about 10 to 12 seconds for that shell or ammunition to shoot out. If it doesn't shoot out and it continues to get hot, the entire gun mount would explode, killing everybody inside, including my grandfather. My grandfather and a couple of other people inside were pacing around back and forth, trying to get to the source of whatever the problem was. And then my grandfather, doing everything he could possibly do as a gunner's mate, going over all of his training, could not find the problem. He leaned forward against the control panel and he shut his eyes, just waiting for that second when everything would just blow up. shrapnel going through his body like butter, and ultimately being killed. As he was drawing what he thought was his final breath, suddenly he heard a voice inside, the Spirit of the living God saying, "Your mother's praying for you." Not less than 2 seconds later, the gun fired, sparing my grandfather's life and the lives of the other Navy men. Congratulations, you got a great start on the Flag Achievement Award. The next step is to show and tell your commander and the rest of the Ranger kids at your outpost. Great job.